We just so everybody's aware, we are recording this meeting. So if you want to go off your camera because you don't, that's absolutely fine. Also, we're just going to be going through some bits and bobs about benefits of membership and how to find important stuff on the website. And then we'll be having a quick introduction to the committee, who are excellent. I would say that because I'm the volunteer partnership manager, Ian Christopher, so I am biased, but I genuinely believe what I'm saying is true. If you do have any questions, please pop them into just type them into the chat and we will address them. But it's just to keep the flow going if we can do it that way. That's really it, I think. Alia, are you okay to start going through the basics of the benefits of membership and what we can offer? And Robin, are you happy to pop up the slides for us, please? Oh, there's
Thank you, Robin.
So here we are. That's all of us on the call today. We will shortly have Alia, who is our Senior Professional Development Advisor, going through benefits of IWFM membership, how you can use it to improve your career. Then we've got the excellent Melissa, who's going to go through a quick deep dive on how you can find GPGs, things like that are on our website. There's a wealth of knowledge on there, sometimes not as easy to find as others might wish. The guy in the middle's me. You'll have to put up with me for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll dive in and Alia can take over. As you see on the top line, we've got the committee, the Irish committee, who will, at the end of this, they'll just give you a quick intro into themselves. Sarah, the chair, will just give a quick overview also on what they're trying to achieve in their first year. And if anyone feels they can support and get involved, please just drop us a note in the chat and we will reach out to you. Alia, over to you.
So, hi everyone, I am Alia. I'm the Senior Professional Development Advisor at IWFM. So my background is in careers education, and I'm committed to supporting IWFM and their members in professional growth. So moving on to IWFM, who we are.
You're breaking up, Alia.
So IWFM is the professional body for the workplace and facilities management professionals. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me, Ian?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, it might be the connection here, but IWFM, so we empower professionals to reach their potential through training, resources, and networking. Next slide, please, Robin. So at IWFM, we set the professional standards and we support our members with training and resources. And our membership helps you stay current and grow within your career. Next page, Robin. These are the membership benefits that are available at
You're breaking up again, Alia.
Yeah, might it be sensible for Alia to turn the camera off? It can help.
I was just going to suggest maybe if you go off camera, it might give you a bit more bandwidth.
To further detail on each in the next slides. But we've got the post on the...
No, you're still breaking up, Alia.
Sorry, I'm unsure. It just must be the signal of where I am.
Do you want me to do a bit? Do you want to drop off and try and rejoin, and I'll carry on?
This is probably the signal. Apologies, everybody.
Do you want me to take over and I'll... So again,
I think, yep. Yeah. On you go in, yeah.
Membership benefits, pretty straightforward actually, a lot of this, but really useful to you. access to industry insights. Melissa's going to give you a quick overview of some of that. We do an awful lot of networking opportunities. Wales is obviously going to lead in Wales, but we've got other regions and we've got SIGs and networks that can really give you some deep insight into the stuff that helps you with your career and deals with basically the challenges you're facing on a day-to-day basis. Professional development support, discounts on leading industry training, professional recognition with post-nominals, of course. There is a mentoring service we use. We do actually encourage collaboration and connection. It's a big thing because we're all in this together, and everyone generally, even if they're working in quite disparate fields, do encounter many of the same problems. And some of those have been, sorted and solved. Let's share the best practice around. You've got the award-winning Facilitate magazine. I do actually suggest you read that if you get a chance. It's really good. And I would say this, wouldn't I, because I am the volunteer partnerships manager, but do feel free if you want to talk to me about volunteering, giving back, and also being that voice of the industry. It's really important. Next slide, please, Robin. Post-nominals, I think most people understand them now, and several people are members of different bodies. It is professional recognition. It does help with career advancement, and it does give trust and credibility. And IWFM trying to be the voice of the industry and making that difference, making the right things heard, it gives everyone a competitive edge. Next slide, please. We've got a mentoring pathway. Please have a look online. It's there on the IWFM website. If people actually want to become a mentor or are looking for a mentor, it's all there. Some people are reporting they get amazing things back, and you can do that 360 thing as well, where you start to understand what the youth of today are looking at from a more strategic perspective. Really useful. Next slide, please. Is Alia back yet?
No.
Supporting you with a whole library of resources. Now, Melissa's actually going to go through some of this and show you where they are, which I think is kind of important. We've got a wealth, the amount of times we are doing a digital transformation, and this will be easier to find when we've done it over the period of this year. There is a wealth of information on our website from some really amazing practitioners that have given their insight into it. So good practice guides, reports, discussion notes, guidance notes. And again, keep an eye open for events like this one where Wales are doing one on carbon. It's that kind of information that really is so vital and helps you with your career. Next slide, please. CPD tool. All events will have a CPD code if it is applicable. I mean, if it's just a networking event, obviously not. But if it's a talk, they will all have a CPD code, which again helps you if you're looking to advance your career, move from member to certified grade or from affiliate up to member. Really worthwhile. Please make the most of it. They're there for you. Next slide, please. Training, fairly self-explanatory. I won't go through it too much, but we've got level 2, 3, 4. We've actually got people that do training, well, that work at education here. They can talk to you a lot more about that than I can, but certainly worth considering. Again, if you're new to the industry, how you can advance, get the level 2, level 3 under your belt. Level 4, ideal for professionals working in an operational management level. And again, if you're doing that thing with networking, you can talk to current professionals and find out the skills you need to drive your own career forward. Level 5 and level 6, obviously the icing on the cake. Next slide, please. IWFM community groups, they do amazing work. I would say that, I know, because I'm biased, but genuinely they do. We've got our strategic leaders doing a roadshow on strategic asset management throughout this year. We've got an awful lot of events planned. The Wales team I'm sorry, I've just seen a couple of people I instantly recognised there, which threw me. We've got the Wales team putting together some bite-sized lunch and learn things. There's an awful lot going on. Do check the events page. It's well worth it. And again, if you need specialist knowledge, we've got special interest groups. And if you are in a certain group, as in veterans. We've got a veterans. If you're new to the industry, we've got risings, and we've now also, at last, I'm pleased to say, got women in FM to support women in the industry and help them move forward. So do have a look at the community groups. You don't have to volunteer to be involved, but it's a great way to find out what's going on, and if you wish, contribute. Next slide, please. Professional development, how we can support you. It's one of the main reasons we exist, to be quite honest, so that people that are IWFM members can demonstrate to the industry that they know what they're doing. They are professionals in their field. We recognise competence, workplace facilities management, and again, I'm going back to it, that CPD piece, very important. CPD opportunities, and literally wherever you are in your career, you can improve and develop with your membership. I mean, we've got literally from Risings, which is the new, and we've got a new education SIG as well, right the way through to our Strategic Leaders Forum. There's a whole wealth of experience there for you to tap into. Next slide, please. Share your insight, please. We had an amazing, now Melissa's smiling here. We did have a really amazing insight and experience survey. We got over 1,000 people giving detailed information, which helps us to help the industry. Our market outlook survey is out now. The QR code is there. It's live on our website, I believe, for a link as well, is it?
Yes.
Yep.
So basically when you log into the website, it'll be on the banner on the main page, and you'll be able to take part there. You might already have received emails as well about it, or you'll see it on our socials too. So the importance of this survey, which is a bit different to the impact and experience one we did before, for this one, it really helps shape what is coming up in the sector. What are people looking ahead in the next 12 months? Where are people looking to invest in terms of skills, technology? And it's really useful to use that sort of report, which will be out around Easter time, to use as a benchmark and see how you're doing in the industry, what other people are doing. So it's really good insight to have, and really helpful if we could get as many responses as we can get, so that the analysis is robust. So please do the survey, and please share. Much appreciated.
I second that, Melissa. I second that. So if you can help out, we do actually want to know what you think. It's what helps us keep driving forward. Next slide, please, Robin. Award ceremony. It's going to be at the Marriott on the 8th of October. Enter now if you want. Again, the QR code's there. It is, again, the way of entering is available on our website. And next slide, please. There you go. Get in touch with us. We'll leave this slide up at the end if you need it, but via the website, LinkedIn, Facebook, engagement at iwfm.org. Please feel free to get in touch. Next slide, please. Right, now I'm going to not hand over to Sarah just yet. I'm going to hand over to Melissa, who is going to give us a quick run through on how to find information on the website. Over to you, Melissa.
Thank you. Just bear with me. Okay. So this is our website. So once you've, for those of you who are familiar with our website, there is a sort of section on the top right where you can log in. So if you're not logged in, it will say log in, and this is where you can enter your details. The main part I'd like to show you is in relation to the insight. So we have an insight hub, which breaks it down to sort of different segments that you might be interested in. For example, sustainability. We've got sort of catering, hospitality. So it does break down to the more different segments. But in terms of what's out and what's new, the quickest way to get into our insight in terms of the GPGs, the good practice guides and the guidance notes, is through this drop down, and you can click on guidance notes and GPG. And then if you scroll down, that will chronologically start showing the most recent piece of guidance. So we can see here, information management is the latest one that we have produced. And you can click the drop down here if you're specifically interested in any other topics or type as well, and also year. So there's various ways you can filter, but if the filters are not on, this is what it is as standard. So information management guidance is one of the most highly downloaded and webinar attendance we've had. So I would highly recommend that if it's something that you are looking to get started on. Yeah, so you'll see that there's different notes. So guidance notes doesn't have that lock sign. It's basically because it's available to everyone, not just our members, but the good practice guides are available to members only. If you are not a member and looking to download that, you could purchase the GPG. So the other thing I wanted to show on here is the reports and papers. So I did mention the market outlook survey that we're currently running will lead on to the market outlook report later in the year. But we also annually produce a sustainability survey report, and this is the latest one that you can see here. Again, you can just click and download as a PDF. So this is the last year's market outlook survey report. It's something it's still useful to see because we often benchmark the questions and then you can see how they go year on year. So these are the sort of two main areas I would say in terms of obtaining any outputs that we have. We also have a webinar option here. And this is linked in with, the community webinars that you might have attended, for example, for any Welsh ones. But in terms of the insight ones, they're under the Navigating Turbulent Times webinar series. So you should be able to see when we have one coming up, and the previous ones that you can watch. They're hosted on YouTube, so you can also find them there. This is the information management one that I mentioned. You can scroll through again. These are really, really useful resources for you as a member. And that's basically the main things I wanted to show you on our website that direct you to where our outputs are. If there's any questions, anything else you would like to see, please do let me know. Otherwise, I'll stop sharing now in case I can't see anyone if they're raising any hands. I think it's probably quite clear. Once you log in, click on Insight, and then you can see the drop down. Hopefully that will help you in identifying the outputs that you wish to look at. Back to you, Ian.
Thank you, Melissa. That was a whirlwind tour and excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, I think actually, Robin, if you can bring the slides back up, and we will actually introduce you now to the most important people on this meeting, which are the Welsh Cymru Committee. So, Sarah, may I hand over to you?
Indeed you may, Ian. Thank you very much indeed. Slides will come up shortly, I suspect. This is great, isn't it? First event, technical difficulties all around, which is about sod's law, really. But I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's made the time to come along today and taken a punt on us. So really, really grateful for that. And thank you to the IWFM colleagues. We felt it was important for the first event to actually set the scene. As some of you may not already be members of the IWFM, the LinkedIn group is open to anyone interested in FM, not just IWFM members. So we felt it was really important for people to understand the vast range of resources that are available on the corporate websites and how you can access those and get involved. So I'll carry on doing my introduction because I don't know, Ian, we still haven't got any, or I still can't see the slides.
No, I can't see the slides either.
That's okay. So if I just carry on with my intro then, and then hopefully we can...
Sorry guys, I'm just sharing the screen. I'm not sure why it's not.
No. Okay. No. Oh well.
Do you want me to try and share?
Sorry, yeah, I'm on PowerPoint now. They should be coming up. It says I'm screen sharing.
Oh.
No, it's not coming up for me either now. Let's see if I can do that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm obviously going to have to crack through these, carry on, Sarah, as if nothing happened. I think I'm on the right screen.
You are.
Over to you, Sarah.
Can't hear you, Sarah, if you're speaking for some reason, but you're not on mute.
Shall we move on to Alison? We are having technical problems.
Do you want me to take over, Sarah, while you figure out? Yeah. Hello, everybody. For those that are on the call and don't know me, I'm Alison Littlejohns. I've spent 25 years in the FM sector, starting many moons ago as a receptionist, but more recently I've sort of branched out into strategic FM. And my role involves sort of aligning organisational objectives with the strategic delivery of facilities management. I'm really excited to be part of the Welsh Committee and to get it going because from my perspective, I get to see some of the amazing facilities that we have in Wales. And I think it would be really good to link up with other FM professionals and share best practice. And we've spent about 4 or 5 months now as a committee just talking about all the amazing things that we could do in Wales and how we should be raising the focus of FM in Wales. So it's really good to get this up off the ground. And on a personal note, I'm really passionate about professional development. I'm currently studying a master's in FM and I'm mentoring 2 FM professionals to sort of develop themselves in their own specialism. So for me, the Welsh Committee is going to be really key in raising the bar on professional development for FM in Wales. Emma, over to you.
Hello, everyone. So yes, like Alison, I am really keen on Champion FM in Wales. I am not Welsh, which may be a surprise for being part of the Welsh Committee. I married a Welshman, so now I live in Wales, but was originally part of the South West Committee, and that was always really active. So I started asking questions about why there wasn't anything happening in Wales, and yeah, here we are today. So I have been working in the FM industry for over 20 years. Started as a facilities assistant for an insurance company, and I'm now working for ACT training. So working in education, some very challenging youth, and yes, just learning all the time about what's happening in the industry and linking it all in with education. Over to you, Tom.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Thomas Maddock, and I am an estates manager at Gower College, Swansea. My role mainly focuses around managing the day-to-day delivery of hard services and also delivering a range of capital projects for the college. I'm relatively new to the FM industry, having worked in the sector for just 3 years, but I'm committed, as the ladies have also said, to learning and growing and taking every opportunity that comes my way. And I've been very fortunate to gain some exceptional experience in a short space of time. I joined the IWFM Wales Regional Committee slightly later than these lovely ladies. I joined around November 2025, but I'm generally excited to be part of it and contribute towards this new chapter in the Wales region. I also want to acknowledge my colleague Lisa Marie Blacklow, who can't be here today, who is also part of the committee. Lisa also works for Gower College Swansea within the Estates Department as an administration officer, although that title barely covers the value that she brings to us every day. She provides vital support across our entire team, and I know that she will bring that same dedication to the Wales Committee.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right, right. So thank you. And at the risk of repeating myself a little, just wanted to say thank you to everyone for coming and attending today, and thank you to my most able colleagues I think we're going to have a lot of fun trying to deliver things. So I've spent over 30 years working in and around the property sector in local government as a delivery and operational director and as an interim manager and consultant. I've covered all aspects of property and asset management, FM, compliance, strategy, transformation, blah, 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 you name it. I've sort of done it. I'm a certified member of the IWFM, as well as a chartered manager and a fellow of the Chartered Management Institute and the Institute of Consulting. So I was fortunate, and don't all groan at once, to take early retirement in 2024 and volunteered. Oh, sorry, and yes, I am that old, just to say, and volunteered with the IWFM last year. I was honoured to be asked to work with the IWFM to establish the Wales Cymru Regional Committee again, and I am currently the acting chair. And along with my fellow committee members, we have worked hard to develop ideas for events that will support the FM sector in Wales and those aspiring to be a part of this amazing and essential service. I do need to ask you please to complete the feedback survey at the end of the session today. The information you provide is exceptionally helpful to us. We will be looking to answer any questions that you may put in the chat function, but if we do run out of time or we can't get you an answer straight away, we'll post the questions and answers on our LinkedIn page afterwards. The inaugural Wales Cymru Regional Annual Committee, oh Christ, saying this out loud. The inaugural Wales Cymru Regional Committee Annual Committee meeting will be held after this event, and we're all going to try that after a few drinks at Christmas. This makes us official, so to speak, and attendees are welcome to stay on for the ACM or leave after the main presentation. So I think that's introductions done. Thank you very much. If we could have the next slide. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of background about how we got where we are now and our thoughts when we came together as a committee about what we'd like to achieve for you. So we all know Wales is large, it's very diverse, it has a significant range of industries, and we recognise that we can't be everything to everyone. That's why we want as much interaction and feedback as possible from you, our Wales members. We do believe Wales is unique. We have significant tourism at all levels, from one-man bands to major chains and internationally renowned private enterprises. We've got heavy industry of all types, major event centres, and significant local government and health estates, along with fantastic training establishments and a high percentage of self-employed trades. The traditional problem being, of course, many actually do not realise that they work in FM, and we'd like to reach out to everyone. Much of the circa 480 membership across Wales is focused around the north and the south, with a few of us holding out in the mid. So many of you have sought to use other regional committees in the past, and from a geographic perspective, it absolutely makes sense. We hope that you can also use us to provide a Welsh narrative, even if having on-site events proves challenging. It's early days, so please bear with us. We really want to make this work for Wales as a whole, but we are realistic as well. So if we could go on to the next slide, please, I'll talk you through what we've got coming up. So as the Wales Cymru Regional Committee, we operate the Wales IWFM LinkedIn site, and that will be our main communication forum. We will also be getting our own email address shortly, so please watch LinkedIn for updates of that so that you can communicate directly with us. This also isn't the first Welsh committee, and so we are realistic about how we deliver relevant content to you. We understand how busy everyone is. Taking a day out of the office, especially to tramp down to the other end of the country, is quite hard. So we may rely on online events, at least initially, but we really hope to be able to run face-to-face meetings throughout the year and also split them between the north and the south or the mid and try and engage with you that way. As long as more formal hour-long sessions such as this that have CPD elements attached to it. We're thinking of lunch and learn or bite-sized options. where we may take a topic and debate them or do a presentation on them, or do something simple like 10 things you need to know about, so that we're constantly giving a different angle and a narrative on some of the things, and maybe how something that's going on nationally is affecting us in Wales, because quite often our Wales legislation is slightly different in the way that we interpret and implement things. They will be sort of online sessions over a lunchtime, but again, if some of the feedback says actually a breakfast would be much better, then we can always look at filling the need. They will be 15 to 30 minutes maybe, so there's a greater chance of people being able to attend. And formal events such as this one, of course, as I said, carry CPD, and we hope to hold a few of these throughout the year. As we want to make the committee relevant to you, we are going to be very open to ideas and things that you want us to cover. So please use LinkedIn posts or put forward suggestions or queries, especially those who might be new to FM or from smaller employers where resources may not be so apparent. We're also very open to offers of site visits and sponsorship for events, hint, hint. There are a number of ideas for events that we have. And at the beginning, we had so many ideas. We felt that in order to manage that, we needed to somehow categorize and theme topics themselves. So what we've come up with, which we'll trial, is our series of events. So we've tried to label ideas under a main topic. The one that has come forward at the moment, which we hope to do, I think 2 events on this year, would be carbon reduction, and the environmental series, clearly very, very up there at the moment. And as new legislation comes through, we may well try to get you content on what that actually means and the application of regulations and legislation, because as you know, the application of things is critical, and sometimes a little bit mystifying as well. With the carbon reduction series that we've got, actually, I think on Friday, we're having a meet with one of the special interest groups so that we can work with them. So as Ian was saying at the beginning, very much around communication and collaboration. So we will be working with them, hopefully, to get something better for all of our members. We realise not everything is going to be relevant to everyone. So we thought if we had the series, whether we can colour code them as well to make it a bit easier and identify a theme for events, we hoped it would be easier for you to sift through the many emails that everyone gets, so that you can focus in on the things that are relevant to you and maybe just ignore the things that maybe aren't relevant to you. This is a journey though, and it is true to say that we'll all get as much out of it as we put in. We are a small committee, we're fresh-faced, we're eager, but we also work for a living. So we'd like this to be a partnership with you, our colleagues in FM, to continue to improve and learn. And we'd love for you to be a part of that journey. And thank you for your time today. The next slide has some QR codes on it. So if you want to get your phone ready, if you haven't found our LinkedIn group already, then please do. That would be the bottom QR code. On mine, I've got a stop sharing thing, so I don't know whether that's going to affect the QR code, but if you put in LinkedIn Wales, IWFM Wales, it should, thank you, it should come up. The annual committee meeting is next for those that want to stay, but don't forget to complete your feedback form if you have to go. I will be touching very quickly on some of the draft events programme that we've got highlighted at the moment in the next few slides, if you have an interest in it. But we just wanted this event to be very much an introduction to us, to set out how we plan to go forward and that we want to work with you. So hopefully we've done that and you understand the IWFM a little bit better. But thank you very much and look forward to seeing you again, and we'll move on to the ACM after we've had a quick look. Was there any questions? Okay, sorry, just having a look on the chat now. Oh, well, that would be ideal. Lovely. Anyway, excellent. Thank you very much indeed. We will be in touch. Were there any other questions before we went, or
Sorry,
Ian, are you happy? Oh, sorry, Mark.
beg your
Yes.
pardon, Sarah, sorry. So a bit like Emma, I'm a Griffiths that doesn't sound very Welsh, whereas she's moved to Wales, and so apologies. Yeah, I also, just a quick one. I think Tom was being very modest. So Tom, I was the boring fat bloke on the stage at the awards last year giving a speech. I saw your entry. Congratulations on your newcomer award. It was very impressive, by the way. I thought you were being very modest at the beginning there. So
Thank you very much.
I've stood down as chair of judges now, so I can say things like that. So
Yeah.
No,
Thank you very much.
congratulations. It was well deserved. But on a different note, I'm a member of the Technology SIG, Sarah and Alison. I know we've messaged on LinkedIn. We're always interested in partnering with regions and other groups to kind of bring some common sense to some of the, especially in the technology world, some of the confusing jargon that's out there about what you can and can't do. So if ever that's of interest, I can speak to Gordon Mitchell, the chair, if you're not speaking to him already, and we can have a chat. So and yeah, there's a few other groups that I'm part of at the moment, because one of our customer from colleague Kimoth is on the call for Freya. We're regularly in Wales at the moment, helping them with some of their estates challenges. So we was encouraging the college to join the calls and kind of build that network, because as you say, it's quite Wales is very spread out, as you said. So yeah. So anything we, from a personal point of view, can do to help, happy to have a chat with anybody, especially on the technology front and some of the standards as well. So yeah, if that helps, happy to have a chat with anybody around it. So
Brilliant, and thank you so much, Mark. It's it's quite a lot of work. It's taken quite a lot of work to get this far, and we didn't want to launch until we had an idea of the types of events, and that we could actually deliver and be relevant. So any help to link, especially in our first year or so, and work together would, yes, I think we'd bite your hand off. So maybe we'll be in contact.
Yeah, the volunteering is not easy. So as we all know, so yeah. But as I think as Ian and Melissa hinted at and earlier, it's what you put in is what you get out, kind of thing. And yeah, it's if you can find the time, it's from my experience very worthwhile doing it. So yeah.
Well, I think if we could look at some of the events that we wanted to deliver in the broader sense, and then bring that to the table with you, then if we can help deliver something together, then I think that would be really, really good. So thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, nice pleasure.
Okay. And Freya, welcome. I see you've put hello in there, so thank you very much. We've been having some discussions already with Gower College on a different sort of footing about working with them. One of the things that we're quite keen on is this gap of people falling into FM and those going through training and qualifications, whether they be out of school with apprentices, or actually the older generation who are trades who are maybe retraining. So a lot of the trades wouldn't think that they are FM. So what we've offered, and what I was on the regional board for the CMI, and one of the things we used to offer down to Swansea University was to give our time to students. So if they had an assignment, we would either go down to Swansea or do it on Teams, and they could ask us questions. They book 5 minutes, 10 minutes with individual people with their specialisms, and we could teach them. We could say, well, in a real life situation, this is how you might deal with this. These are the things you need to think about, and hopefully that will add value and make the qualifications a bit more relevant. So we're going to start mapping that out with Gower shortly. We also on LinkedIn had a lady from Bridgend College joined. So I think around the education world, hopefully we'll be able to do a lot. And Emma, of course, is from a training organisation. So I think it would be really nice if we can work on that and then work with all the different SIG groups to support as and when. So brilliant. Really look forward to that. And Kenwyn, thank you. We'll get your details, and again we'll be in touch as well. So that would be ideal. Okay. Was there anything else, guys? Say you're welcome to stay. The AGM is not going to take very long, quite frankly. But if there isn't, shall we crack on then, Ian? Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yep, let's crack on. Are you able to share slides, Robin? Or do you need me to? We're mastering this. It's quite nice though when you get the old duffer can actually share stuff and the young right one has a problem. That's when I feel good.
Dear.
Oh
Hey,
no, Robin's come back with a vengeance. He's now doing
Yeah.
it brilliantly.
Can't
We
be
never
outdone by an old
doubted you,
duffer.
Robin.
Is that all good? Can you see my screen now?
We can, perfect.
Yes.
Brilliant. Good.
Just need to
Yeah.
get, that's it. Just get the slide up.
Look at that.
So, yeah. Okie dokie then. Thank you, guys. So this is literally why we're here today, being the first ACM, is to just formalise governance of the committee and just give everyone a very quick planned view of what we've got so far 2026, which we can build on. Of course, next year we will be doing an annual report which will say what we did and what our thoughts and views are. So we've already done introductions, so I'm not going to go through again, but clearly we've got myself, Alison, Emma, and Tom as members of the committee in attendance, plus apologies from Lisa. So the governance side of it, and the reason say that we're here is, so I was acting chair, I presume, until this moment. So no one else has said that they particularly want to do that at this time. So I will now become the formal chair, which apparently means that we get invited to loads more other meetings. Yay! So the diary is going to fill up. And so far we have other leads within the committee. So Lisa is going to take on the social media and the comms because she's a lovely young thing who understands it, and personally I don't. Emma is wanting to take the lead on the events and the sponsorship. Tom is going to be the treasurer. So hopefully we'll get some sponsorship in, so you've got something to manage. And professional development would be Alison. And at the moment, that will be where we go. As we bring other people into the committee, we've got things such as secretary, which would be nice. And I think at the moment we've got a sort of sharing the deputy role if I can't make anything, say due to lambing or whatever. I think both Tom and Alison have expressed an interest in that. So I think we've got enough roles to go forward, but we will, as a formal committee, appoint as we go. And then the next slide, please, Robin, would be just a very quick overview of what we would like to do so far. These are things that have appeared. So we've had our first event, which is the introduction and our inaugural ACM. Emma is planning a webinar on carbon reduction and environmental series, and that is on the 17th of March. Emma, do you just want to give a very quick overview of what you're going to be covering in that?
Yeah, so this is a lunch and learn session. I'm personally not delivering it. I've got some colleagues that are stepping in to help deliver the course. It's going to cover the basics around carbon management, energy reduction, and then looking at the the categories that they all that different energy falls into, but they will be able to explain it a lot better than I can.
Okay, right. Thank you very much indeed. So we've got that one planned, and that's going through. We're hoping, but clearly the date is to be confirmed, that we might do one of our sort of bite-sized lunch and learn 10 things you need to know about apprenticeships. So might be more for the smaller firms and organisations who maybe don't know how to access funding or actually to appoint apprentices and get them onto training schemes. So as we're very lucky to have so much support from training organisations, we felt that that would be a really good one to do. We'd like to do, I think it's a site visit, and I think Tom is sort of hovering around this one so that it's more about, I think, carbon in practice. So is that still the plan, Tom? Are we doing something like that later on in the year?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Excellent. Brief overview.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have no idea what it looks like yet. But
we are thinking about on-site, aren't we?
It would be nice to do an on-site. I think, as you mentioned, Sarah, we are having a call on Friday to link up with another SIG around environmental, and I have been in talks about, because they're looking for a venue hosting that at Gower College, Swansea.
Okay, cool. So watch this space then for that. Clearly, we'll use LinkedIn to advertise everything. So and then in December, of course, we'll have the boring stuff. So the first proper AGM where we will be doing an annual report. We'll say what we've done, what we've achieved, what we've learned, and what we intend to do the following year, and how we think it's gone. We'd really like to feed in your thoughts and feedback along the way, so we know that, are we getting it right? Are we not? Have we missed the mark completely? And I'm hopeful, although it might take me a whole year to do it, to have some form of Christmas quiz just to add a little bit of fun to an event, which could be Wales themed. I'll have to tie Santa into that somehow. And we will have a presentation on something at that point as well. So hopefully it'll just be a fun meeting where everyone brings mince pies and wears silly hats and jumpers, and you can drink some sherry if you're at home, so that will be okay as well. So that's the plan of the events for now. And again, I think that's all we needed to cover for this meeting. So unless there is any other business from the committee members that we need to tackle, I think we shall, CPD, make a note of your CPD number there. And you can use the IWFM website to track your CPD account, your learning account, just to make that point. So without any further ado then, again, thank you. Thank you for your time. I've given you 12 minutes back. And so use it wisely to grab a bit of lunch or a coffee, and look forward to seeing you at the next event in March from our perspective, and we'll keep you updated on the LinkedIn website. So thank you and goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.